Well, hello there, guys. Welcome to the Operational Art of War 4. I know a lot of you guys have wanted to see this game for a long time, and today we're going to be playing as the Russian forces in the First Chechen War. Suffice it to say, this is an extremely complicated conflict. I'm going to go ahead and leave the background right here so that you guys can go ahead and sort of pause, read it at will. Now, we're not only facing Chechnya, which is a breakaway republic from Russia, basically trying to sort of create their own state. They are mostly Islamic for the most part. There's also going to be Chechen police forces, Chechen military forces, and mafia units. Yes, Chechen mafia units that are going to stand in our way during this war. They are going to try to stop us with everything they have. So they have created their own police forces, even though we don't support those police forces or recognize them. And also the Chechens have not been recognized by any other country. Hopefully that's going to help us. Alright guys, so this note pops up because this actual scenario was available in the previous version of the game. The creators of the game did not want to get rid of the older missions, and I'm glad they didn't, because so many of them are just awesome, like this one. So let's start our first movements and decide what we're going to do here. We could actually condense the battle screen a bit, or we could open it up. We can see that we are not using chemical weapons. The one thing that's not confusing me, but concerning me right now is our force proficiency. It's at 65%, and that's not that good. So the objectives value that the enemy holds 656, we hold 93. We need to grab some. We're 518 of 7, minus 518 of 749. This is an overwhelming defeat. So, the news summary has begun. Let me readjust here. Okay, guys, so we're getting started here. Now, personally, I like this closer view. If you guys want something different, then please do let me know. But I'm probably going to be keeping it here for most of the time. Now, we already see some Chechen security forces. I want to start moving towards them. Now, the view we're actually using right here is the standard hex view, where basically we can see how much land we've taken by just looking here at the hexes. And that's a pretty good one. I like it, but the one I actually prefer is the flag view. So this will basically give us flags on every area we capture, and it's totally up to you, of course. It's just something that I like to do. So let's see if we could do that here. Options, it's not location grid. There we go. No, not unit visibility, map view. No, we don't want to increase the map, although you could increase the map size and its possession. So we're going to do flags, and as you can see now, we see the Russian flag, so we can tell exactly where our units are, and of course where the enemy units are. We're going to be starting down this road, and I more or less know this location pretty well. You can also see the mini-map in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. And if we go down here, Grozny is here. We already have some units that are trapped in this area and surrounded by Chechen units, even Dudayev's staff, the personal bodyguards of essentially the dictator of Chechnya here. Now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to dig in. I want all our guys to dig into Grozny and hopefully hold out. I'm guessing that the supply here is not so good. We could actually take a look at the supply right here. And yeah, 3, 4, I mean, that's nothing. Same thing with these guys, the 236th Battalion. With these guys, I'm actually going to move up a little bit, and now I'm going to dig in right there on the road. Got a lot of guerrilla forces all over the map, and we're going to have to engage these guys. We do have some support here from the some actual serious army units, like this tank division, so I'm going to move it forward. Tanks, armored cars, etc. But remember, Russia moved into Chechnya with armored cars, and the Chechens quickly destroyed them with little resistance, really. They did an incredible job. We also want to make sure that the HQ here remains near our men, and I'm going to try to hit various positions at once. So let's do that. Let's grab the 41st Air Mobile Division. And I wonder what kind of units that would actually field. We've also, of course, got the Special Police. And those Special Police, I'm not sure. They could be Spetsnaz. I don't think they're Spetsnaz units. But they are definitely, you know, more than just regular Russian police. These guys, they're definitely going to question the militants once they're captured. Let's put it that way. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm planning an attack right away. Let's go ahead and select just about everybody we can. Already, the chance of a success is excellent. So I don't want to expand the time. I'm just going to keep it real simple here. And we could bring in some air support. I don't think we need it, but let's just go ahead and try. I'm going to do the same over here. So we're going to select these guys. We're going to plan an attack. And let's see. Very poor. Chances are very poor. If you're looking down here, that's what we're looking at. We're trying to get it to excellent. And I guess we might as well move these guys in too, right? We'll go ahead and select OK. And we're going to do the same with this irregular unit. So right now we're focusing on the irregulars. We still want to focus on the security division, but what I really want to do is clear this area out. So let's go ahead, get some guys on this attack. Chances are very poor right now. There we good. There we go. There we good. Well, there we good. Chances are excellent. Now let's start moving these guys to attack the enemy security divisions. And these are basically the Chechen equivalent of police units. But remember, we don't respect Chechen independence. We consider this part of Russia, so we don't care if they're police units. We've got our own police. As far as we're concerned, these are enemy units armed with guns, and they're, of course, taking over this town of Ipatov, I believe is the name of the town. And look at that. When you have an overwhelming force, Alpatov, yep, you don't actually have to wait for the battle. You can actually just have it happen right away. In other words, we had so many men here, we just immediately took the enemy out. We're sending them on the run. We're causing massive casualties. We don't want to go too far, though, because that's what the Russians did initially, and that's how they got stuck in Grozny. So we do want to be careful about how we approach this, but we want to keep hitting these units. So once again, I'm going to plan an attack, and look at that. Even with 2 units, success is excellent. But you can see the time expanded is taking a lot longer because these units had to move here. So spending that much time just to take out one security division, it's not the greatest situation. But we're going to do it, at least right now, and take the rest of our divisions and start moving to Grozny. Remember, if we can get to Grozny on time, we have a chance of saving our men from a horrific fate worse than death even, because all of those prisoners in Grozny eventually get tortured and killed. It's not a pretty sight, but it's the truth of the war. Let's go ahead and move. And I want to be very clear that I on any of these Operation Art of War videos, I'm not supporting one side or the other. I'm not, unless it's World War II, I can easily say that I support the Allies. But in most wars, it's very gray, and this is certainly one of them. The Chechen War was very gray. Obviously, both sides committed war crimes. The Spetsnaz was also implicated in a number of killings of villagers, things like that. So we really don't know exactly how everything went. We've got to reserve judgment. Now, another good thing is there are units here in Chechnya, such as this one, for instance, the opposition fighters, and they support us. Same with the MKVD police here. So we've got a few opposition fighters here that are willing to help us retake the territory. We need to try and use them as much as possible. So I'm going to start moving some of these opposition fighters to Grozny. We're leaving Polsk behind, unfortunately, but I think it's worth it. I'm going to move this guy to Grozny as well. Now, I don't want to do any counterattacks, but I'm going to dig in the entire group here as a defensive measure. And hopefully we can stop these guys. It looks like a motorcycle unit. I mean, motorcycle unit. Well, okay. If you want. We don't want to send a transport helo right on the enemy, but maybe we'll send a police unit over there if he can get there. If not, oh, there we go. Yes, he can definitely get there. Send in another security force. I don't know if these security forces are going to do so well against this unit. Oh, look at that. So we actually blasted away the motorcycle strike group. We're going to keep on moving, taking this land, and trying to move the Chechens away from it. Victory so far, brothers. And of course, we want to get those security units towards Grozny. Imagine if we could save the stranded units at Grozny. That would be incredible. I am going to use one chopper here. Probably shouldn't, but I'm going to anyway. And look at that. We can move them back even more. Let's move the security division here. And let's move this security division here as well as... Oh, no. No, we've got to leave one of them behind to protect the helicopter. We're going to go ahead and dig in with this guy. We could destroy bridges, which actually on this side of the river may help, but that's going to impede our advance later in the game, so I don't think I want to do that. Let's see if we can move anybody else. Oh, we definitely can. We're on the road to Grozny, boys. Sounds like that could be a country song. On the road to Grozny. No, I'm not even going to try. Let's keep going. Here we go. So several units, and we're getting that HQ unit down there as well. But we won't know exactly what happens until we end turn 1. This is very much turn 1. This game takes a long time, and I like it for that. This is not a game that's over quickly, so we're going to be here for a while, probably trying to win. And I'm not sure if we can win. We're certainly going to try. And actually, I don't mind this unit cutting across over the small desert here, because we're taking some areas from the enemy units. We're also establishing connection of these railways. In fact, I want to bring some more units down to make sure we have those railways completely. Something like that, perhaps. And all of those other units you see above, those are air units. Basically bombers, fighter planes, etc. And they are going to be helping us during this attack as well. Let's group move. Come on, boys. And we shall end the turn, guys, and hope for the best. Here we go, guys. Our first turn, end turn. Good luck, men. Oh, the enemy has some bombers too, but we actually got some intervention fire. If you look at air superiority, it's the middle screen on the right side. Ours is 5, theirs is 1. So we're actually managing to get some bombing attacks. Basically, the AI automatically carries out bombing attacks against the enemy, and we're also continuing with our main attacks here. So we've just taken back that area. We hit this security division, and I'm hoping that this is going to be a turn that pays off big time for us. So let's see. Nice. Ishirkaya is now ours. It's in Russian hands. Enemy security forces are running away from Novskaya, and after an attack, the militia ran away as well. And there we go, 70% of our turn remains, and the combat results are unbelievable. So we attacked a Chechen airfield, guys. The Chechen Air Force was demolished. They only had an Il-10. That's hilarious. So I love how realistic this game is. So, you know, this is an old plane, and obviously they only had an Il-10 because it's the Chechen Air Force. They don't have a lot of money. So we managed to completely destroy their Air Force, which didn't consist of a lot. Now, as for our land attacks with our federal forces in this area, you can see exactly what happened in this this display, which is really cool. So there were Chechen provisional militias that retreated and were defending the area. These are not elite Chechen units. These are just militias drawn from the surrounding countryside from people interested in joining. So let's see how many men they lost. Oh, we destroyed a ton. So you can see we destroyed a lot of their irregular squads. An assault squad, we managed to destroy 2. We didn't do as much damage to these other squads. I'm not sure what the Porter squad is. And we also took out a Tu-2095. They had one plane here that we managed to kill. Now, on the assault, we did lose a few men, an assault AT squad, an engineer squad. They will be remembered. But they definitely accomplished the mission, and overall, it was pretty much a success. 7 battles, and we won most of them. So, of course, now, we keep on keeping on. I'm going to go ahead and continue the attack here against this irregular unit. I think we can pretty much wipe them out. Norskaya, of course, is now in wonderful Russian hands, and we totally wiped that unit out. We don't have to worry about him at all. Now we do need to start moving as close as we can to Grozny. And we've got to be careful, because moving so far away, we're going to start losing a lot of supplies. So our movement is going to be impeded by that. And, you know, that's one of the reasons why the Russians got caught in Grozny. You know, they had no fuel to leave, and the enemy was surrounding them on all sides. So let's see, this unit, for instance, is going to have to stay here for now. This MP unit, we're actually going to try to take back Yeremsk, this little village here. Oh, but it looks like we may have to wait a turn. I think so. Alright, a lot of our units are unable to attack, and I wonder why. I think it could be because they have to wait, but it's worrying me. I hope we still have the strength to attack. Now, moving over mountains is obviously not easy, but there are roads here. But you can see how many movement points we're losing. I mean, for instance, to move one tile, it's costing us 8 movement points. So, obviously, we would be better if we were able to move them this way. But I think, for the sake of just this battle, I am going to go ahead and move through the mountains. So, let's start group moving with all our units. We'll cut off some enemy irregular forces, number 1. And we might find a shortcut to Grozny. It's not going to be the best shortcut, but it'll be a shortcut nonetheless. There's that enemy security division. I want to take these guys out badly. Nice. What is this? 9th Rifle Division, 122nd Missile. We'll see how many of our men can join this fight. Success is excellent. We'll go ahead and accept that. And we'll also hit this location. So we'll plan an attack. A lot of police joining in on this attack. And keep in mind, the deeper we get into Chechnya, the less likely these police are going to be able to help us. So we're going to bring in a lot of air support for this battle. Right here, let's take a look. No, actually, the air support would actually make things worse. I don't know why, but we definitely don't want to do that. So let's cancel all units attack. Yeah, we're going to have to wait for reinforcements. Probably some military reinforcements up here. I don't think we can advance otherwise. Or if we do, we're going to get a lot of casualties. So let's play it safe and wait for the military reinforcements to arrive. Now, we will take a look at the supply. And you can see we're still getting some supply down here, but it's not a lot. So we've got to be careful of that, and we've got to be aware of that. Nope, nothing there. Nothing we can do here at Grozny except wait, and also these units are dug in. So they're not going to exactly jump out and attack. I'd love to try to go for one of these other towns, but I think it's better for our opposition forces just to remain defending the towns. As you can see, a lot of enemy security forces here, guerrillas, etc. Even, like we said before in the intro to the video, a few enemy mafia units. That's also going to be an issue. Now, I'm going to go ahead. We're going to take the town of Malo, and this unit right here is the 36th Naval Infantry. They seem to be kind of a sort of special forces unit because they're doing really well against the PPS, enemy security forces, basically here. The Chechen government, which we do not, basically we don't respect. We don't respect their territorial gains or anything like that. And let's go ahead. We have to plan an attack against these guys because there are some guerrilla fighters here. Success is fair. We're gonna take the chance. And I'm also going to bring in some support. So let's do that, guys. And yeah, those are guerrillas. They are going to be a little tougher than just the irregular militia. And we're going to do the same over here. Plan an attack. A lot of police on this attack, but I don't know if they're going to make much of a difference. And there are a lot of enemies stacked in this town. But I'm still going to go for it. I'm stubborn. I'm going for it. And we're actually launching missiles here from the missile brigade. Even though there's an X through it, that doesn't mean that we can't use this unit. It merely means that the damage is going to be halved. And no, it's just not going to go well. So we're going to cancel all units attack. Cancel all units attack. And we're going to have to wait a bit before we tackle that guy. What's this? Mounted infantry. Haven't seen them before, but they don't look friendly. And, of course, guys, we will end the turn. Just make sure we've moved everybody we needed to. Pretty much. We could move out with our irregulars. Let's try. We're going to move out with some of these irregulars in a police force and attack this town. They've got one security force there. Likelihood of success is poor. Now it's fair. So I'm going to take my chances, and we'll go ahead, end the turn, and hope for the best, guys. There we go. Some more interdiction fire. Our interdiction is 13%, which means we're hitting 13% of their units every turn. Very, very good. And obviously our air superiority is 9, theirs is 1. And it's probably 1 because they've got a few IL-2s flying around somewhere. Let's see how we do. Oh, did we take it? Did we take it? We may have. And actually it looks like the Air Force just helped us at Sharda. Oh, our guys can move in. Beautiful, we won the battle at Sharda, guys. Now what about over here? Maybe we didn't get so lucky. 40% of the turn remains. Wow, look at that. So we in few battles did we lose many units. 6%, 5%, etc. We'll take a look at, for instance, just one of these land attacks where we weakly attacked. We didn't even attack, you know, with that much ferocity, and we managed to inflict some serious damage here on the enemy, even taking out one of their hinds. So we know that the Chechens have a few helicopters here. We've got to be careful about that. Like I said, they're not well armed overall, but they're better armed than we think. They're probably getting some support that we don't even want to know about. Dudea's personal bodyguards, if we were able to kill this, that would be incredible. You can see the stack here is massive, and indeed, these are Dudea's security forces. If we could kill Dudeev, I believe we could basically end the war today. But of course, things aren't always that simple. So we're going to have to find out what to do. All right, let's see. Okay, guys, we're going to stop the video here. You guys know what to do. If you want to see more, make sure to hit that like button, comment down below, subscribe, and essentially let us know what you think, what you'd like to see next, and we'll try to make it happen. I am, of course, going to continue the campaign, so if you want to see more of this campaign, please do let me know, guys, okay? And we will bring some more for you guys ASAP. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and have an awesome, awesome day, my friends.